Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys?
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it. Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday and where the hell we are today?
Mostly I remember we talked about morality a lot.
In chapter 7.
In chapter 7, yeah, sorry. Jeremiah chapter 7.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We talked about morality a lot because there was a lot of, I mean, God is...
A dick?
Yeah, and he's punishing people and he's expecting them to live up to these standards. And then, you know, at first I was wrong yesterday. Like we said something about how he never says anything about them actually sacrificing the children as the reason, and then they later said it. So
yeah,
I had to eat some words in that episode. But
but
ultimately, you know, they're still not standing up as strong as they could for these things. So
right,
and it's still.
Well, they also named 6 of the 10 commandments, and Jeremiah was like, "Y'all be breaking this shit hard."
Right. Yeah. And that's right. And we started, so chapter 7 was the start of where Jeremiah is going to be at the mouth of the temple.
The gate.
Yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
Telling them how they're going to die and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The end is nigh. The end is nigh.
That was Jeremiah chapter 7.
Are we still saying Isaiah?
I can't help it. I don't know. We're going to be halfway through Jeremiah before I forget about the damn thing. So that was Jeremiah chapter 7.
Sure as fuck was.
Means that today we are getting into
Jeremiah chapter 8.
All right, let's do this.
Okie dokie. Okay, so we are hopping into Jeremiah chapter 8.
Okay.
And as you said, let us not forget that chapters 7 through 10 constitute an address delivered by Jeremiah at the gate of the temple in Jerusalem.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's standing there shouting. Okay.
Okay.
And now he's talking for God right now. Okay.
Yeah.
At that time, says the Lord, they shall bring out the bones of the kings of Judah, and the bones of its princes, and the bones of the priests, and the bones of the prophets, and the bones of the inhabitants of Jerusalem out of their graves. They shall spread them before the sun and the moon, and all the host of heaven, which they have loved, and which they have served, and after which they have walked, which they have sought, and which they have worshipped. They shall not be gathered nor buried. They shall be like refuse in the face of the earth.
So we're just gonna leave. He's gonna kill them all, and then he's gonna leave them on the planet to rot and die that way.
Yes. I have a note about this actually.
Okay.
The custom of raising the bodies of the dead and scattering their bones about was extremely common. It was the highest expression of hatred and contempt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. But he's picking on people that are already dead. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he's telling the people that are living, these bones were disrespecting these graves. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah. Like it was a way of telling the people, you're not even worthy of graves, so we're digging up the graves of those already dead.
That's really fucked up.
I mean, it doesn't bother me because I think graves are weird anyway.
No, yeah,
but it is disrespectful to people to whom that would be.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's obvious. Just by saying that, that's an obvious slight at them, like hardcore. Like that's awful. And like how if you're one of those dead people, how do you rectify what you like you can't even say sorry. You're fucking dead. So
right. Well. It's the invaders are doing this.
Oh, okay.
God is saying the invaders are going to come and they're going to dig up the bones of those already dead and they're going to scatter them everywhere.
But according to God, God's the one directing them to do this anyway, so it's technically still God if you ask me.
I mean, yeah.
because he's the one that's bringing this plague onto Judah, and he's telling them what to He sounds like he's almost in control from his perspective.
But this is something that would have been normal. This is something that they did to each other.
Right.
So
but
wasn't
God's
unexpected.
Trying to pitch this as though he's okay with it.
Right.
Like, you guys you're getting what you deserve.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Then death shall be chosen rather than life by all the residue of those who remain of this evil family, who remain in all the places where I have driven them, says the Lord of hosts. What that means is the remnants of the people, of the survivors, that their lives will be such misery that they'll wish for death. So
yeah, sounds like good times.
Right?
Yeah.
I know I'm excited.
Yeah.
Moreover, you shall say to them, thus says the Lord, will they fall and not rise? Will one turn away and not return? Why has this people slidden back, Jerusalem, in a perpetual backsliding? They hold fast to receipt. They refute. I said receipt, but I meant deceit. They hold fast. They don't have receipts.
No, they didn't bring them.
They hold fast to deceit. They refuse to return. I listened and heard, but they do not speak aright. No man repented of his wickedness, saying, what have I done? Everyone turned to his own course as the horse rushes into the battle. So they're all just like scattering willy-nilly.
Right. And he's still making these grand proclamations about, no one is doing this. No, everyone does this,
yeah.
And I just don't buy it.
No, I don't either.
And especially on that large of a scale, all the people that are dying, this is just fucking war. That's all this is.
It's I mean,
it's not. This has nothing to do with righteousness or not righteousness.
No,
it's just people are dying because somebody else wanted to kill them.
Yeah,
that's all this is.
It's just people fighting each other.
Right.
That's all.
And they're trying to make it some sort of a godly excuse.
Right. Even the stork in the heavens knows her appointed times.
Oh, the storks are in heaven? I didn't know that.
The skies is what they mean by heavens, not the heavenly host.
Got it.
The heavens being the
anything that's not
there.
On earth.
Yeah. And the turtle dove, the swift, and the swallow observe the time of their coming. So he's comparing them to birds because even birds instinctively know like when to fly south with the seasons or wherever they go. But, somehow bird brains know what to do and people don't.
Got it.
So that's what that's about.
Okay.
But my own people do not know the judgment of the Lord. How can you say, we are wise and the law of the Lord is with us? Look, the false pen of the scribe certainly works falsehoods. The wise men are ashamed. They are dismayed and taken. Behold, they have rejected the word of the Lord. So what wisdom do they have? Therefore, I will give their wives to others.
Oh, damn.
And their fields to those who will inherit them.
If there's nobody who is upright and righteous, you're basically saying no man is upright and righteous because apparently the women are just slaves because you're going to pass them off to the victors after you're done.
Well, what he's saying is if you don't value what you have, then I'm going to take that stuff away from you and give to somebody else.
Right, which indicates that women are property.
But we knew that.
No, I know, but this is God essentially saying that that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
So,
because
I just wanted to point it out. That's all.
Women are trash, don't you know? They're not just property.
I've gathered that as we've been reading through this. Yeah.
They're not just property. They're gross.
Right.
They're horrible things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. These Republican men who are evangelicals, they don't quite have it all right. They've got it that the woman should not be in charge,
right?
And they've got it that she should stay in the home, basically,
right?
But they haven't got to the point where they're allowing themselves to just sell them off,
right?
Which they could if they wanted to,
right?
According to the Bible.
Well,
anyway.
they are trying to make it to where women cannot divorce their men.
Yeah.
So they are trying to go back to those days,
right?
Because from the least even to the greatest, everyone is given to covetousness. From the prophet even to the priest, everyone deals falsely. For they have healed the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace. So I guess what that's saying is like they're yelling for peace now that it's too late or whatever.
Got it. Okay.
But
like they're I'm assuming this, so like they've been saying a lot about how they are only kind of tiptoeing with regard to their worship of God. Like they kind of hedge their bets with other gods or other ideas and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is them just saying, they're trying to ask for forgiveness, but it's not, according to God, it's not meaningful enough.
Right.
Because
right.
They don't really mean it.
Exactly. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? No! Exclamation point. They were not at all ashamed, nor did they know how to blush. Therefore they shall fall among those who fall. In the time of their punishment they shall be cast down, says the Lord.
To like hell?
Or killed.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
They'll be cast down. They'll be knocked down.
Yeah. Okay.
I will surely consume them, says the Lord. No grapes shall be on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree, and the leaf shall fade, and the things I have given them shall pass away from them. Okay.
This sounds to me like he's like possibly considering toying with just getting rid of the Israelites altogether.
He's thinking about a genocide.
Right, yeah.
Again.
I mean, he was early on in Jeremiah talking about leaving a remnant. But now he's like
fuck all the grapes.
There's no grapes, yeah.
All the grapes.
The grapes are all gone.
Yep. Why do we sit still? Assemble. I think this is Jeremiah again, maybe.
Okay.
Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves, and let us enter the fortified cities, and let us be silent there. For the Lord our God has put us to silence, and given us water of gall to drink.
Water of gall?
Because we have sinned against the Lord. Gall is, like if you think of your gallbladder, it's like bile. It's like, like barf.
Okay.
Like gross.
Got it.
It's bad water.
Okay. Yep.
So he's saying he's given us a water of gall to drink because we have sinned against the Lord. It's also like you have the gall, you have the nerve. Like, It's kind of a double meaning.
Sure.
We looked for peace, but no good came. And for a time of health, there was trouble. The snorting of his horses was heard from Dan. Good old Dan.
Haven't heard from them in a while.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The whole land trembled at the sound of the neighing of his strong ones. Nay! For they have come and devoured the land and all that is in it, the city and those who dwell in it. For behold, I will send serpents among you, vipers which cannot be charmed, and they shall bite you, says the Lord. He's going to bring some snakes. The last time he brought snakes was back in Moses' time.
Yeah, and when they were doing the
Caduceus
magic
came.
trick shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now we got snakes again.
Right.
Interesting, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're in a new little section now.
Okay.
I would comfort myself in sorrow. My heart is faint in me. Listen.
Listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
Exclamation point.
Okay.
The voice, the cry of the daughter of my people from a far country. Is not the Lord in Zion? Is not her king in her? Yeah, he is. Why have they provoked me to anger with their carved images, with foreign idols? You're still going on about those fucking idols. I get it. You're mad.
They've never left. They still have never. We talked about that. We talk about this all the time. They still are around in some sense.
I know.
So it's just that it's never. He never won that battle.
Ugh. The harvest is past. The summer is ended, and we are not saved. So there was a note about that. The harvest is one time when they will go through and gather up all the fruits of their labor. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the summer is when they go get the rest of them. So they're like two different harvest periods.
Sure.
And if one of those crops fail, they can probably still survive the winter on the other one. But if they both fail, they're fucked.
Got it.
And so they're like, we are not fucking saved.
Right.
For the hurt of the daughter of my people, I am hurt. This is Jeremiah. He's like, oh, I see what's coming, and this sucks, bro.
Okay.
Remember, he's the weeper.
Prophet, yeah.
He's the weeper.
Right.
I am mourning. Astonishment has taken hold of me. Is there no balm in Gilead? Is there no physician there? Why then is there no recovery for the health of the daughter of my people? The end. But I have a note about that Gilead thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So, let me go down here.
Sure.
Gilead was the land just east of the Jordan River. It was known for its healing balms. Scholars have been unable to determine how the balm of Gilead was made, but it seems to have been a soothing, aromatic resin made from a tree or plant, perhaps comparable to aloe vera.
I see.
So he's like, is there a doctor in the house?
Right.
No. Is there no balm in Gilead? My life for a stapler. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I'm kind of, I'm getting a little sick
Tired?
of it's constantly like, God's going to kill them all. Yeah, we get it. They suck. They're still worshiping idols. Okay, it is what it is, but...
Every chapter, for 8 chapters now, Jeremiah's like, the end is fucking nigh.
Right.
The end is motherfucking nigh.
We get it, man.
Yeah.
We get it.
Can you give us a new message now?
But we talked about this too. The end of the world type shit and doom and gloom. Mm-hmm. Those are popular messages. Like even today in today's media, the end of things is a popular messaging technique.
I know. It's just that for 8 chapters, he's like, they gonna get ya.
If it bleeds, it leads. You know, like
I get that, but 8 chapters of he coming, gonna get ya.
No, it definitely he needs to mix it up a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's
give
tiresome.
us like a episode with some puppies in it, and then
Oh
come back to the doom and gloom.
No, you know what? No, because he would just say something shitty about the puppies.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
I'm not here to see. I don't do dead dog stories. I do not.
We will not be covering Old Yeller in here.
Absolutely fucking not. Okay. Absolutely not.
Good
no.
to know.
I don't do dead dog stories.
All right. Well, that was Jeremiah chapter 8.
Sure as fuck was.
Which means that tomorrow we will be back with...
Jeremiah chapter 9.
All right. We'll see you then.
Bye.
Hey, wife. I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.